Hello, yo, welcome back. Today we'll be playing MiniRoyale and a game on it. So we'll be playing the one first. And I'm launching for the first time. First time. Okay. Welcome to the tutorial, soldier.
Welcome to the tutorial, soldier. Get ready to learn the basics for your first battle.
Wait a second. I don't think. I don't have any graphic options. Okay, it is. Acha. See, this is the reason why. What the fuck? Frame rate limited. Q limit kar rahe ho be? I can't click on that. Okay.
While in a sprint, perform an action roll by using the...
Okay, if you press C, he'll like slide. What the? Get your spidey senses tingling climbing this box. Fuck. Ready, set, slide.
Look up.
Use your number 3 grapple. Okay.
Nervous
Parachute
about heights,
special
huh?
weapon.
Parachute down to the platform.
Oh. No reward. Okay.
Time to utilize the zip line and head over to...
There was a mouse. No, I can't.
These dog tags serve as the primary currency for most transactions on the battlefield. Consider upgrading your perks, or take a shot at mystical items with a free spin by accessing your inventory.
Oh. Spin. Hmm. Hmm. can keep spinning. What is this? Okay. This thing got glitched. Oh, my.
Check out the various weapon rarities and try
Legendary.
upgrading the green AK using the upgrade machine.
Hey, bullets. Oh, what the? There's a recall thing as well. Okay. Okay. I think this is the best one. Okay, good luck.
Here's a brief overview of the weapons and equipment you can find.
Sorry. Sniper. Car 98. Sorry. So there's no scope for this.
Heal yourself by using the meds.
Be quick. What the fuck? Oh. Okay, there are like a lot of bugs actually. Okay, if I press right click, it'll take it.
Great job, soldier. You successfully finished the tutorial. Now you can practice.
Okay. There are like 156 people online. Very low. Let's see. Estimation time 245. Any player base slave. Great. Regions. Southeast. This is the region. Okay. Player base slave. Oh, I think connect somehow. Let's go. Okay. Where am I? Am I the only one? Zero players. ఎవరు లేరు అసలు ఎంటీ సర్వర్ ఐ గెస్ బట్ మ్యామ్ లుక్ అట్ దిస్ మ్యాప్ That's it, I guess. Ping ammo 66 on there, so but no one's there to play. Oh. Sad to see games like this doesn't work out. Anyway, I'll be going to hypercharge then. Player base తక్కువ ఉంది పాపం వీళ్ళకి. Matchmaking is so fast in this. First of all, devil కాదు. Elden Ring కొనాలా వద్దా? దీనిలో ఇష్యూస్ ఉంటాయి ఎక్కువ. I think they are working on it. సరిపోయింది. ఆ గేమ్ కూడా లేదు. బ్యాటిల్ ఫీల్డ్ పోదాం. ఏం ఆడదాం? Should I buy Elden Ring? ఇప్పుడు నేను కొన్న తర్వాత మళ్ళీ అది ఆఫర్లోకి వస్తే సో పిస్డ్ ఆఫ్. think it's better if I buy this. Right. Let me see my credit card history first. If I can able to afford this month. Mm-hmm. 3,800. 400. Okay. $1,800. If I want to buy separately, how much would it cost me? Price of individual products is 5,000, almost 6,000. If I buy it combined, I'll be saving 1,200. I hope this thing comes on offer. Oh, yeah.
后道车一念慈悲，四骨肉结性血泪。
Okay. నాకు ఒక డౌట్ వచ్చింది. Will this game better be? Holy shit, Black Myth Wukong difficulty maybe more than. There are many Black Myth Wukong bosses that you can shake your magical stuff.
About why I'm so excited for the launch of Black Myth Wukong later this year, and more specifically, why its lore is one of the most appealing points, having played the game myself and with a good understanding of what we're getting. Wukong is based on the novel Journey to the West, one of the 4 great novels in classic Chinese literature. However, before we go any further, I want to give a big shout out to the Black Myth Wukong for sponsoring this video, even though we've been covering the game anyway. I am so truly excited for this, and I appreciate their support immensely. If you're interested in picking up the game, make sure you use our link below to support the channel. Black Myth Wukong is a highly anticipated action RPG that many are taking as a Souls-like. The game is directly inspired by the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, written by Wu Changyan in the 16th century during the Ming Dynasty.
16th
Even if you
century.
have little knowledge of Asian culture, you are probably somewhat familiar with the story, as the mythology of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, is one of the most influential characters in Chinese literary history, and has seeped into media everywhere from anime to TV shows to other games. To put it into perspective, you could say that Wukong is the Frodo of Eastern literature games. To put it and has seeped into media everywhere from anime to TV shows to other
Enslaved Odyssey to the West 2010 అది దీనిలో Wukong క్యారెక్టర్ ఉంది గేమ్లో. What the hell?
games. To put it into perspective, you could say that Wukong is the Frodo of Eastern literature, except probably even more influential than Lord of the Rings, as this is a story that has thrived in popularity for over 400 years. We've done a preview in the past going over the gameplay and everything we know about the upcoming title as well, so if that interests you, be sure to check that out. However, for this video, I want to shift your focus and give a deeper analysis on what we've seen so far in the trailers, and how exactly Black Myth Wukong fits into the classic tale. So without further ado, let's get into it. Since many of you are probably unfamiliar with this tale, let's go over a very brief summary of Journey to the West, and who the mythical Sun Wukong is. The story begins with a magical rock imbued with the essence of earth and heaven, a balance of yin and yang. After 1,000 years, the stone cracked and gave birth to a fully grown monkey. This monkey went on to join a group of monkeys and rises among their ranks to become their king by proving his bravery and finding their home. As it happens to all who have accomplished much and feel they have a lot to lose, the monkey became fearful of death and thus departed on a journey to seek the secrets of immortality.
Oh.
His travels led him to become the disciple of an immortal sage, Zushi, and it's here that he is finally given the name Sun Wukong, literally meaning monkey awakened from emptiness. With training, he develops magical abilities such as transforming into a possibly infinite amount of creatures, creating clones of himself by pulling his hair, or his cloud somersault, all of which we can actually see being used in the trailers. I know you're already thinking of about 10 animes that are starting to sound familiar, but hold on a little longer for that. As Wukong grows more powerful, he also grows more arrogant, becoming prideful and abandoning his master's teachings.
Oh.
You would think this would signal an imminent downturn to his fortunes, but instead he convinces the Dragon King of the Eastern Sea to win himself an absolutely broken magical staff that can change its size, multiply, and fight according to his will. If you have watched the trailers, you may have spotted that we can actually see him putting the weapon in his ear in the gameplay when he shows his staff, which is just one of hundreds of little details that make the immense lore of this game. Having learned mighty magics and obtained a divine weapon, Wukong finds himself still incredibly dissatisfied, as he is probably one of the strongest beings in existence, yet felt like a divine outcast as he didn't have a place in heaven. The heavens in their structured wisdom attempt to appease Wukong by giving him a low-ranking position as a
Journey to the
literal
West.
stable boy, which made him feel very insulted. Demonstrating that people are
Maybe
people
you
no
should
matter
go
the
before
century,
me.
Wukong
Okay.
complains until he gets a new position to guard over the Immortality Peach Garden. However, heaven underestimated the Monkey King as he greedily ate their godly ambrosia, finally gaining his desired immortality and adding unexpectedly immense power. Enamored with his own legend and now truly over 9,000, he goes on to wage war with heaven, annihilating 100,000 celestial warriors, defeating all 28 mythical constellations, beating up the 4 heavenly kings, and even taking down a few gods. The scale of these actions is on another level, and when you look at the trailers, you can see some of these confrontations depicted in amazing detail, which is why it's so important to get an idea of the mind-boggling scale of the universe behind this game. My personal take on why the story of Wukong has been so successful throughout history is what happens next. We have this story of work and determination and dreams and fulfillment. However, Sun Wukong's existence and previous actions has greatly challenged the current order of heaven. And Sun Wukong felt greatly disrespected by heaven and is unstoppable during his assault of heaven. Then, in a twist akin to the elves showing up to defend Helm's Deep, the unthinkable happens and the Buddha, the one entity of peace and understanding, has finally had enough. Wukong's rebellion is then put to a very definitive end by the
And
Buddha
he's gonna
himself,
stop with...
who quite literally dropped a mountain on his head and imprisoned him for 500 years. This gives Sun Wukong plenty of time to reflect on his actions and digest that very needed dose of humble pie. This brings about his realization that true power may lay in enlightenment and not brute force. As a condition for his release, he offers to act as the bodyguard of the monk Tang San Zhang, along with other sinners aiming to retrieve sutras and go on the path of enlightenment in a journey to the west. From here, the tale becomes episodic, recounting the tales of Sun Wukong and the squad protecting Tang from various demons and monsters called Yao Guis. I know that sounds like the longest plot ever, but this is honestly a very brief summary of Sun Wukong's journey, and it doesn't even cover the actual journey he undertakes with Tang San Zhang. However, there is a reason I didn't go into that. There seems to be some kind of different path taken by Black Myth Wukong, which partially changes this part into their own original story. Now with that context, let's explore that a little bit further. To start, let's go over the intro premise of Black Myth Wukong and the characters. This mysterious monkey-looking person describes the tale of Wukong, but doubts whether he really completed his journey to Buddhahood, lived to tell the tale, or was even a real monkey. This is already a pointer that the story is taking place after the journey of Sun Wukong.
Okay.
However, the playable monkey character doesn't seem to be the Wukong at the end of the story, as he doesn't have his iconic golden armor. We get confirmation once we see the real Sun Wukong with his signature Ruyi Jingo Bang Staff and golden armor stop the player from finishing off the Yao Gui boss. So with 3 different monkeys, this raises the question, who is the playable monkey? One theory is that you play as the 6-eared macaque, also known as the fake Sun Wukong. This character attempted to take Buddhahood for himself when Sun Wukong went on his journey to the west, but ultimately died by his hand. However, this theory has a few flaws, as the 6-eared macaque is, well, dead, and has a very explicit evil goal which we can't really see being expressed by our main character, known as the Destined One. Other theories suggest that he's a rogue clone from Wukong's hair cloning, or he's the leftover empty shell of a body after Sun Wukong achieved Buddhahood. It's impossible to really know exactly who this monkey is, so it's anyone's guess. However, there is other gameplay not focused on this monkey, and we do see that we recount events from the original book, despite the story being set in the future. We see the player controlling the real Sun Wukong to chase a dragon on his signature cloud somersault. Hi Goku. In this book, this dragon is probably Bai Long Ma, one of the sinners that go with Wukong on his quest for enlightenment. What's interesting is that we also see the Destined One fighting him in a different scene. This leads me to believe that we're experiencing 2 different timelines, a historical timeline in which we play as Sun Wukong, and some alternate timeline where we play as this unnamed monkey following Sun Wukong's footsteps. We can see this again when we witness the battle against heaven scene where the real Sun Wukong fights the celestial army in a playable scene.
Look at the giants behind.
So it's possible that we'll be bouncing between playing through history and playing the current timeline, kind of like Sekiro's Harada Estate. Another strange aspect of this history is that we never see Sun Wukong with his signature crown of the Monkey King, an item which can be used by Tang San Zhang to apprehend him when necessary. So either this Wukong has already completed his journey, or he hasn't started it yet. Moving back to the possible alternate timeline, what would it entail? I think it has something to do with the title Black Myth Wukong, which implies a dark fictional tale of Wukong. It's a big mystery that game science are keeping under wraps for now, but we can definitely confirm that this won't be a one-to-one retelling of the classic story, but instead a new tale that can still offer some mystery for Journey of the West fans. And to set a better timeline to the story, let's go over the setting in which we see gameplay trailers in. We see our likely fake Wukong snooping around the slopes of a mountain named Blackwind Mountain, home of the Blackwind Demon. Legend has it that once upon a time this mountain was home to the Guanyin Monastery, and corrupt monks set fire to the monastery to steal monk Tang Songzang's precious cassock, a Buddhist clothing. In the chaos, a demon known as the Black Wind Demon stole it and took it back to his lair. Wukong confronted the demon and instead of killing him, turned him to the path of redemption with the help of Guan Yin, a Buddhist deity who offers the demon a chance at redemption, which leads to him becoming the spirit guardian of the mountain. But what does this mean in reference to the game's setting? From the tiny old man's exposition in Chinese, we can roughly translate that he is lamenting the great fire of Guanyin Monastery as if it was quite some time ago, again implying that the game takes place long after the tale of Journey to the West. However, this should mean that the temple is protected by the redeemed Blackwind Beast, yet we see several bandits scouring the temple. Later, the old man states that they are led by Ling Zhu, a very weak demon who should have been killed by Sun Wukong in the book. This wolf demon is a friend of the Blackwind Beast, and is protected from death by Sun Wukong in the trailer for some unknown reason. The goals of the bandit tribe and the fake Wukong aren't exactly clear, but I personally believe that this is another hint towards the alternate timeline theory. Wukong is shown without his signature crown, the demon he killed is alive, and the monastery is overrun by bandits, despite supposedly being under protection of the redeemed Blackwind Beast. So far, none of the consequences from Wukong's journey have actually happened in this reality. Additionally, in another trailer, we also see the Tiger Vanguard, the subordinate of the Yellow Wind Demon. You can probably see where I'm going with this. This character was yet another super weak adversary that was killed by one of the squad members in the quest for sutras. Now, he's alive and chilling in a pool of blood, waiting for the mysterious monkey as a boss fight. All of this points to the fact that this Wukong hasn't gone on his journey of redemption and killed the adversaries he was supposed to. The Blackwind Demon and Yellowwind Demon are likely still out there unpunished and unredeemed, and we can probably imply from this that the rest of the demons in the journey, like the spider demons, are as well. This falls in line with the fact that we do see the battle in heaven, the large last plot point before Sun Wukong is imprisoned and goes on his redemption story and journey to the west. He caused chaos in heaven, then must have somehow got out of his journey in the 500-year imprisonment, so now he's making amends for that, traveling along with the Destined Monkey in his path to redemption. So that wraps up my thoughts on the game's stories and where I believe it's going. I love ancient myth and stories, and have been lucky enough to visit the Ming Dynasty tombs in China, but I am by no means an expert in any Chinese legend, so feel free to correct me or debunk these theories in the comments if you have any ideas or insights. I love to see all the effort game science has put into adding every tiny detail they could to their upcoming title, from the many magics that we'll learn to the truly outstanding character and enemy design. The art direction alone has me looking forward to this, and that's not even considering how much fun I had with the gameplay already.
But that... Okay. This is an interesting thread. Elden Ring 100%, you know you like it, gonna pre-order soon myself. Should I get Black Myth Wukong? When you pre-order a game, you're just committing to paying for something that some assholes in California finished working on it. Wait until you see actual gameplay and performance of Black Myth Wukong and decide, I guess. Okay. So basically everyone is saying buy Elden Ring. Never pre-order. That said, I'll buy Shadow of Battery one day. Yeah, I do think Elden Ring is a better choice.
A lot of exposure to
important NPCs in the game, and completing her quest line unlocks an almost invaluable service. So what you want to do is talk to her, then go into Stormvale Castle and find an item off this pile of dead bodies next to the disgusting grafting room in the castle. Now return to her after finding this thing and keep talking to her until she says that she'll go to the round table hold. Now go talk to her there, and it seems like there's nothing else to it, but if you talk to the blacksmith, then he'll have new dialogue options saying that she'd make a good spirit tuner. Now go back and talk to her, then back to the blacksmith, and just keep going with this until she actually becomes a spirit tuner and sets up shop next to the blacksmith. Now, like I said, it all sounds simple, but it's extremely easy to skip, especially if you don't spend much time in the round table hold. Her spirit tuning is so useful, and it allows you to upgrade any spirit ashes you have. And these upgrades are pretty significant. You can turn chumps that you summon that like die to basic enemies into total tanks that can make certain bosses way easier. Now, spirit summoning is an excellent new feature that is a lot of fun to use, but to really get the most of it, make sure to finish this girl's quest line. Seriously, upgraded spirits are so much better, and it's crazy that you can miss it. Next, over at number 9, like pretty much all these Souls type games, there are a few items you really want to find as early as possible. Unlike those games, it's possible to go dozens of hours in this game without finding these things because they're only held by very specific vendors that you can really easily pass up if you don't notice them. So we're just going to tell you a couple of them. Now, just to start, be sure to buy the torch from the vendor at the Church of Ella. You know, the one at the very start of the game. You might skip it thinking you'll just find one later, but don't count on that. Torches are great for seeing in the dark, but one item you really need is the lantern. Now, like in other games in this type of thing, it's a light you wear on your hip, allowing you to use both hands still in dark areas. There are a lot of dark areas in this game too, a lot of caves, so you need this thing. The earliest one you can get is from the merchant at the isolated merchant shack checkpoint in the southwest of the Weeping Peninsula past the mausoleum. And two other essential items are either a crossbow or a bow, depending on your build. Having one of these can really just save your life, but they're both shockingly rare to find out in the wild. A very good crossbow called the Black Key crossbow can be found just by using the stone sword key door at the round table hold. It's behind the first of two of these doors in the area. There's a very good bow that can also be found relatively early too. In the underground region connected to the river well in the Mistwood area, look for a corpse under the stairwell to the Hollowhorn grounds. That's where you can get the horn bow. It's a great and easy to use one. Now, next over at number 8, there's a secret way to make the shockingly difficult first boss a lot easier. Now, the first real boss of the game is this dude named Margit, and he sucks right from the start. Like a lot of these types of games, like he's that first big roadblock, and you know, it can genuinely surprise some newcoming players and even some veterans. If you're struggling, don't worry, you're not the only one. Apparently, the developers realized how brutal he is, and they put a special item in the game to make it a little bit easier. To reveal how to get this thing is a bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to be surprised, then know that there's an item you can buy from a vendor at the Murkwater Cave in the deep canal of the center of Limgrave. But if you want a more detailed explanation, then go into the cave and enter a suspiciously empty boss room. Open the chest inside and you'll get ambushed by a familiar face. Now beat on him enough and he'll give up, but don't kill him. Leave and come back and he'll open up a shop that you can access. Now the item you want to buy is this one. It's Margit's Shackle, which when used during the fight will chain the boss to the ground for several seconds so you can wail on him as much as you want. It only works a few times, so it's not just like an easy button, but if you save it for the second half of the fight when he gets crazy aggressive, it'll help you out. Next, over at number 7, there's something you should always consider doing before spending Remembrance. Now, if and when you finally manage to kill one of the Shard Bearers, the main bosses of the game, you get 2 things as a reward. A great rune that you have to take to a certain divine tower to gain its power, and a Remembrance, which is pretty much just a Lord Soul from Dark Souls. Now, so just like in Dark Souls, you can either immediately use the Remembrance to gain a ton of runes, or you can spend it to get one of 2 special items from the Finger Reader in the Round Table hold. Usually, you can get one of the boss's weapons or a spell that lets you perform one of their attacks. There's nothing too surprising about any of this. You know, anyone who's played one of these games knows how this works, but before you decide to use up a Remembrance for runes or buy a weapon with one, there's really something you should consider doing first. There is actually a way to duplicate these Remembrances, which is obviously incredibly useful. You can get both boss weapons. You can just use them twice for the runes, do whatever you want. The actual way to do it is surprisingly easy as well. All you have to do is find these giant things called walking mausoleums. You You might not even realize you can do anything with these guys, but it's actually possible to defeat them by destroying the glowing stones on their legs. Now, do enough damage to them and they'll fall to the ground, giving you access to their interior. Inside, you can find a tomb that allows remembrance duplication. You can only duplicate one per tomb, so you'll have to be selective about which ones you want to copy, but don't be too precious about them because there's more of these things than you might realize. The earliest one you can access is in the Weeping Peninsula to the south, but for a real treasure trove of those things, look in the northeast part of Liurnia, in the rockiness around north of the ruined labyrinth checkpoint. There's 2 more there and at least 1 more down in the actual lake area as well. So before using a remembrance, find these walking mausoleum guys and duplicate them. Next, over at number 6, the right ashes of war can turn the tide of battle in your favor. Now, we're not going to do a lot of gameplay tips here because there's, more than enough to talk about in this game without getting into that stuff. But there's one thing that we underestimated at the start of the game. It's the ashes of war. At first, we figured that they were slightly more modular versions of the weapon arts from Dark Souls 3. Kind of cool novelty, but in practice, not always useful. But here's the thing. A lot of these things are incredibly good here. Like, with the right application of ashes, you can turn certain fights that seem almost impossible into a cakewalk. I'm mainly going for a combat build for our first go around here, so one of the things that we really started gravitating towards is the ground slam, where you jump up into the air and do a big butt stomp on your enemies. It looks ridiculous, but it's undeniably effective. It's an easy way to jump into the fight and do a ton of damage. It can't be interrupted, and because you jump in the air, most enemy attacks will just miss anyway. And that's just one example. Try out a bunch of these things when you get them and see what works for you, because these things are generally great. It makes refilling your FP meter actually something you'll want to do. Don't make all of your flasks healing ones, just keep at least 1 FP restoring flask so you can restore it when you need it, specifically if you're mostly a strength or dex build. Next, over at number 5, there are some very good talismans hidden in the dark corners of this game, but some of the best can be obtained almost right from the beginning. If you aren't afraid to die a few times, then there's some amazing stuff to get that can help you out for the rest of the game. The first is something that you can get literally at the start, in the Stranded Graveyard, the place where you start the game. If you use a stone sword key and remove the fog gate beside the very first checkpoint of the game, then you can enter this brutal, trap-filled dungeon. Now, inside is an item you really want called the Erd Tree's Favor, which raises your max HP, stamina, and equip load. Now, to get it, you need to run down this ramp and avoid the giant chariot of death, fall down this ledge, and then, and this is the most important thing, instead of running down the narrow bridge on the second ramp, you'll want to fall down to the secret ledge. From here, go down this hallway to a large chapel-like room, and the talisman you want is on the altar right there. Now, just dash forward and grab it before the grafted enemies on the ceiling fall down and kill you, and you'll be good. This is all easier said than done, of course, and will probably take a few tries, but it's totally doable. Now, the second item we wanted to highlight is the Blessed Dew Talisman, which causes your HP to gradually restore when you have it equipped. Now, outside of the obvious, what makes this so good is that it's strong enough to completely cancel poison damage. If you get poisoned and have this equipped, you won't lose any health, which is pretty awesome. To get this thing, go to this lonely guard tower in the Weeping Peninsula called the Tower of Return. You can find it southeast from the...
Anyway, let's play. I wanna play Rainbow Six comp. Oh my god, I'm so lazy today. Let's go. Border, huh? Well, we got a diamond 1 in our team. I think.
Use your drone to locate a bomb. Drone has located a bomb. Seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it. You must recover the diffuser. The diffuser is now secured.
I didn't know. Lol.
Exercise!
Bro got baited. The moment I start climbing, he'll peek and kill me. Much. Fuck you. Okay.
Throwing frag grenade! Frag grenade out.
Four last stop standing.
अरे यार
Last operator standing. User has been secured. Bomb diffusion initiated.
Ah fuck यार nice try.
Diffuser was disabled. Mission failed. We need to locate a bomb.
Ah fuck hell.
Insertion in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to insertion. You must locate and defuse a bomb.
What the fuck? You killed him? Bro, this guy needs to be dead.
Airdrop is ready. Airdrop planted. Breach charge deployed.
no longer in your possession. One friendly operator remaining. Op 4 eliminated all friendlies. We need to locate a bomb.
Wait, take Epic Games.
Your drone has located a bomb. 5 seconds to go.
There will be another team kill.
The bomb's location and defuse it.
Yep. Great. They are holding the bomb.
Going for a drive. Price time.
Okay.
We'll drop the diffuser.
Airdrop is ready.
Friendly, last operator standing.
Okay. Oh my god.
All friendlies have been eliminated.
At least KD तो बचा ली.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Setting the welcome mat. Wall secure!
solved. Down to 10 seconds.
Cam in position.
Down to 5 seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb. Let them come. Ambush set. Stay clear. Doorway trapped. Stay clear of blind zone.
My god. My fucking god.
Op 4 diffuser. Destroy it. Last operator standing. All friendlies were eliminated.
Idiots.
Failure.
నూతనంగా ప్రభుత్వాన్ని ఏర్పాటు
I think it's better if I buy Elden Ring. Let me skip Monkey King Wukong because I can. It's not first thing. It's not multiplayer. Fuck no. किधर डाल देगा बे मेरा? Okay. Okay. We might probably lose because of the ranks. Can't hear anything. Think. This Brava.
Magnet deployed. Ready for grenades.
And cigar.
Op 4, last stop standing.
Last one, balcony.
Yeah. That was his said.
I'm getting sand.
10 seconds left.
GG.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Cost me 4,800. Let me see which card is this one.
protected. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for assault.
008. Okay. 3000, 9000.
Here, reinforcements. Does anyone else have a nitro? Can someone put the nitro here?
Where's the rest of you?
Intervención.
Ally wasn't very challenging, but I found ways to have fun. Where are they? You can run, but you can't hide.
Op 4, last stop standing. Friendly
Well,
victorious. Hostile eliminated.
We'll take the round.
Will I regret this buying? Anyway, it's getting 1200 off వస్తుంది. But I don't
Secure
know.
the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Yeah, Monkey King Wukong మళ్ళీ కొనుక్కోవచ్చు. It's not like
Op 4 located a bomb. Protect it.
Camera ready.
fuck ఆ క్యాంప్ అవుతుంది ఈజీగా.
Camera.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds
Jackal is tracking.
Someone is tracking you down.
Doc, if they punch this,
Drone inside freezer. Drone inside freezer. Okay.
This is who comes from there.
Yeah.
On the street. Broke it.
Man, the Mira is holding very well.
Yeah, from here somewhere. Give up me.
One in back. Oh.
Train.
Okay.
Hey.
15 seconds. Time expires in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to go.
I think.
Op 4 is defusing a bomb. You need to disable their diffuser.
Train.
Op 4, last operator standing. Diffuser located.
Nice.
Lying down.
Dining.
Lying down behind the table. Behind the table. In front of you. Yeah, right there.
Easy. Well played, boys. Well played, man.
Disable the bomb diffuser. Good work. Mission successful.
కొనాలా వద్దా
We need to locate a bomb. Be advised your drone has located a bomb. Seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to go. Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
crazy. Buck, can you open? Hatch, hatch. Buck, buck, buck.
Loading mag!
I'm reloading! Deploying drone.
Cluster shot going up! Placing cluster charge.
Op 4 last operator standing.
Right there. Yeah, correct.
Bomb diffusion initiated. Protect the diffuser.
My device is planted.
Blah, blah.
Op 4 neutralized. Successful.
Seven and a half. I'll be back in a minute. Fuck it, let's buy Elden Ring. Anyway, I'll be playing Elden Ring a lot. Think so. So it's not bad if I buy it. Right? See, these both are multiplayer. So it adds some value if I buy these two. But this one is it's an offline game. I think buying these two makes more sense. And if I buy with Etri edition, I'll be saving 200 rupees off as well. Oh, fuck it here. Cool. There goes. Now I'm officially broke. Let me send a picture to my friend. He usually asks me.